I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be, what's good? The Knicks beat the Cavs, and I'm excited. Yo, I'm gonna bring my guys in real quick, y'all. I have an internet issue. I'm gonna work on this real quick. Dre and Lee, y'all rock for a few minutes, man. I'm gonna work on this thing. I'll be with y'all in a second, okay?
No doubt.
What up,
No
Lee?
doubt. What up, Dre?
Man.
What? Yo, bro, you wasn't right, but you know what though? We still walked away with the victory.
What? In terms of what?
No, because you said we're gonna win by 30.
No. I said we were gonna blow them out the game before.
Oh,
Game
my bad.
3. I called that, and I said I was more worried about the Sunday game in terms of adjustments.
Facts. You right. My bad.
Because
I don't care.
I knew that game was gonna be closer. But
Listen, I just want to say one thing. This was a total team victory, and I'm glad to see RJ Barrett step up. Man, I'm going crazy about that young man right there because I did a lot to defend him, and I'm not in his hive. Just to say that. Keep putting that out there. I'm not in his hive.
Anybody that says anything bad about RJ Barrett after today is getting blocked from me personally. I'm going to block you.
What? For real.
I'm gonna block you because
for real.
This is the thing where we talk about how like certain guys, they're still young, they're still developing, but the talent is evident. And he made all the right decisions. Even when he was missing threes, they were all good shots. They just didn't go in for him tonight.
He ain't had a touch. That's all.
And he made all the right decisions. He took care of the ball. He played excellent defense, by the way.
What?
Donovan Mitchell had 2 points in the second half, 1 of 9.
What? And shout out to Obadiah Toppin for stepping up and playing big minutes when Randall didn't have it.
And he was on the boards.
Yes, he was not soft today.
He was on the glass, both ends, offensive and like the one of the biggest plays of the game was when he crashed the boards and grabbed that rebound
and took it around the world and took it right back to the hole.
And it's good to see. And I want to give Tibbs credit because one of the hardest things to do is to bench one of your guys if he's not playing particularly well. But great coaches have to make those decisions.
Those are tough decisions, but that was a great tough decision.
Right, like
that moment.
like you. Not to even harp on the Warriors, but you saw Steve Kerr bench Draymond Green, and they don't win titles without Draymond Green, and they had to bench him for certain matchups. So it's one of those things where you got to make that call. Randall was on the bench, and he still remained involved. Still was a great teammate from what I could see.
Yes,
what I could tell.
Yes.
So it's not one of those things. It's just maybe not this matchup because let's call it spade a spade. He's going up against the guy that finished 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year. It's just
but I don't even think it was
like
that.
No. It's one of those things where it's like it may not be the best matchup for him, and I'm not faulting him for that. And wherever we go elsewhere, Randall might be more dominant. Hell, he might be dominant in the next game. So it's one of those things where he might need to just reset, get his mind right, and look forward to
And
that
his body.
Game 5 game. Right. That too.
And his body.
Shout out to Uncle Freezie. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat so some people can hop in.
Hey, now we ain't doing no Nick bashing today.
No Nick bash. Nah, if you talk crazy, I got
anybody say anything, I'm telling you right now.
I'm dropping them out.
Home.
Dropping them out the chat right now. I got control. I can do that. I'm gonna bring.
Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead, Ron Cleveland. Go ahead, Mets. Hold on. I dropped the link in the chat for you guys. Let me add Mets to the stream. Add Greeny and add Ron. Let me add all y'all. What up, fellas?
Man, fellas.
What's good?
Man, let me tell y'all, man, I ain't even finished watching the game, but I know we done won it. I know we done won it.
Hey, man.
It's 48 seconds left. We won this game, didn't we?
Ron Cleveland, I'm gonna tell you one thing, Ron Cleveland.
Hey, I don't want to hear nothing, Corey. Let me get my piece off. I don't want to hear your mouth right now.
No, you gonna hear me.
Hey,
you gonna hear me real good, Chief.
Before you start talking.
I want to hear an apology. That's what I want to hear.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, one thing you know about me, partner. I'm a realist, and I'm gonna call it like I see it. I ain't attached to no players. I'm attached to progress, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me first things first. This win today. Shout out to RJ Barrett, man.
That's exactly what I want to hear, Joe.
Hey, Corey, you know I'm a straight shooter, man. Hey, we
had
that uniform on. We had to be a straight shooter, or you ain't gonna be in there. You know that. You know
what
I mean?
Right.
You already know. You know what I mean? Hey, I had to address this thing first. RJ Barrett today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. What I seen from the young fella the last.
Turn that music down in the background. Whoever got it.
Yeah, I hear a bunch of chatter, like sound the ice cream truck in somebody's neighborhood. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. What I seen this last 2 games from RJ is decisiveness, quick feet, making his mind up, moving fast. I don't know where this RJ been all season. I'm gonna just call it like I see it. But ball-wise, this 2 game in a row, this man has been efficient. And I gotta go here, fellas. I gotta go here. Where's Julius Randle at?
Hurt.
He ain't hurt. I got an APB out for him. You know the old saying in sports, when you can play, if you play, you ain't hurt. You know what I mean?
Josh Hart ain't make no excuses. And
you
he
know
turned his whole ankle over.
You hurt, you don't play. Because you're going to hurt the team. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, and some people got to put some respect on Obi Toppin name too. You know who you are. You know what I mean? We all Knicks fans. We call it like we see it, but I'm going to tell you, Obi ball today, and shout out to Tibbs for sticking with the hot hand and not bringing Julius back in the game. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I was done with Julius Randle in the first half. I didn't like what I was seeing. The body language didn't look good. Julius was lazy on defense. He even caused some easy offense.
Box outs. He wasn't really boxing out like
not
he was
boxing out exactly.
Games.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Dre. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say, man. And Jalen Brunson gonna be who Jalen Brunson is, man. That dude is the MVP of the Knicks team, and Josh Hart is the engine. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. The Knicks is tough, and we still ain't hitting on all cylinders. Randall has really been yet to show up. Quickly, defensively it was good, but offense is still not there. And shout out to him for playing Deuce today too, man. Hey, I can talk about a lot more. But
Deuce came in and locked up Mitchell.
Hey, put some respect on Mitchell Robinson there, man. Mitchell Robinson out playing them boys front line by himself. By himself. And Hartenstein doing this thing too. But Mitchell Robinson in that starting lineup is out playing them boys front line. Straight up. And Donovan Mitchell, for everybody who crying but Donovan Mitchell not coming to the Knicks, I hope you see what you didn't get.
5 for 18.
Shout out to Leon Rose.
Shout out to Leon Rose, exactly. Hey, Corey, hey, I got to give you credit, man. Your boy, your nephew showed up, man. 2 games in a row.
The same thing.
2 games in a row.
Hey,
I predicted he'll have 1 20-point game. I didn't think he would have had 2, though. But
no, I'm not gonna take the credit. I'm not gonna take the credit for that. I'm gonna pass that one right here to my nephew Greeny.
Hey, man. Hey, you know how they say,
I'll let y'all do.
All I'm gonna say is I'm on my way to the diner to go have a 5-star dinner with him right now.
Hey, go
That's
do
what's
that.
up.
Hey, because guess what? We going to the next series. Get ready for the next series, and we're gonna close this thing out in Cleveland. They ain't even coming back to New York to play another game. This is
They don't
over
want
with in
it.
Cleveland.
They don't want.
Let Matt say something real quick. 'Cause
As
he's
for how
trying to-
this
Whatever.
went, Kampai!
Okay.
Victory drink.
Okay. Don't have too many of them now. You already know.
These are zero sugars.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Turn up.
Have
Turn
as
up.
many as you need, man.
Exactly.
Bro, when that game was coming down, there were some things I didn't like from our offense where Brunson was playing a little bit too much hero ball. We made an adjustment and we let RJ
Pardon.
take over the reins, and he basically took us home for the most part.
Because Julius disappeared, man. Julius is nowhere to be found right now, man. I don't know what's going on with Julius Randle, but Julius Randle has shrunk. The last two games, and I agree with Stephen A. said during that halftime. Julius Randle was shooting too many 3 shots, man. Too many 3 balls. You bigger than everybody else on the court, and you
That's the
playing
thing.
small.
That's the thing I didn't understand, because we see RJ attacking this guy, and Randall for sure has about 30 pounds of muscle on RJ. He could bully that kid, but he's
They
just
chose to play
And they're allowing you to play physical, and that's
he's
the thing that don't
playing
make no sense.
he's stepping back a lot. And yeah.
But I'm gonna
L,
say
let me
this.
get L up here. What up, L?
Worldwide L, salute to my man for the love of the game.
What's going on,
I'm
Al?
gonna be blunt with Randall. He's turned
Hold
into
on
a
a second.
coward. He's too busy trying to play too many, trying to do.
I won't say that. It's a harsh word. I just want him to
I ain't
just
gonna
be.
use the coward word.
I just wanted to be more decisive, because when he has the ball, he's thinking instead of just playing.
Again,
You know the same way. Hey, Dre. You know the same way. And what I was saying, why RJ should have it good because of the addition of Brunson. It's the same thing for Julius. It's no excuse. You got RJ and Brunson showed up. You shouldn't have a hard time right now. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, low key, what people ain't talking about, but why this game looks so good the last 2 games. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And y'all know I love Grimes, but Hart is better in this lineup as a starter. He's better for this team in the starting lineup. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not sure with Grimes in the starting lineup that the Knicks would have been able to win this game today.
I'm not sure either. It would be dependent on if Grimes decides to take 6 or 7 threes a game and make them.
Grimes is out with a shoulder injury anyway.
Yeah, because a lot of things with Grimes is
All right.
he's hesitant.
Hey, fellas.
So I want to
fellas.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fellas. All right. Let everybody look. We got a few other people in here. You know what I'm saying? Let them get their takes in. All right. And
Salute.
What
You're
up,
wrong. You're wrong. You my big bro.
What's going on?
I had to come in here and get you on this one. You know,
Yes, sir.
I heard many a times you done dog that boy RJ.
Hey,
Many a time you done back the trucker. Hold on. You done back the trucker plenty of time, and I ain't never challenged nobody. Everybody was giving Randall they kudos, right? Which is deservedly so. But in the playoffs, this is what I want to say to everybody. This is not the time to pinpoint individual players. It's a W. We got the win today, but we won as a team. Randall may not have the best game today, but the things that he did to contribute out there, he helped the team win. That's what I want y'all to understand. In the playoffs, numbers don't mean nothing in the playoffs. Numbers don't mean nothing.
Let me ask you a question.
What IQ had today?
0.
And everybody was riding IQ, but he was out there. He was doing what he was doing.
He was hustling.
He was
hustling.
Hold on.
Let him speak, Ron. Let him speak, Ron.
Hold on. I just came in to cook for a minute, Ron. I'm gonna let y'all get it. I just came in to cook for a minute because I got receipts on this one.
Go ahead.
I got receipts. So everybody got to let me and my boy Hard Will. We got to cook on for the love of the game. We've been cooking because we've been telling y'all to stop pumping y'all brakes on why y'all was giving so much grief to the 22-year-old that was the third option scorer. And he had, out of the 4 games that we done had, he had 3 out of the 4 games he had good, right along with Brunson. Game 1, he didn't shoot good. He had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. He contributed to that win. That's a good game because we won that game. Forget about his shooting percentage. But everybody want to sit there and knock him. Now I got legs to run off of y'all. It's the playoffs. It ain't regular season. This is where the big boys lace their shoes up and put their big boy pants on.
All right, you ready?
Go ahead, Ron.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I got on it. Let's go. Because I don't sugarcoat nothing for none of these players. I done told you, I ain't attached to
it means nothing right now, though, Ron. It's the playoffs.
Hold on. You got off. Let me get back at that. That man was 6 of 25 through 2 games in the playoffs. Am I gonna sit here and have my head in the sand and say this man playing good and he playing? No, I gotta call it like I see it. This man is averaging 14 points in the playoffs until today. Averaging 14. Go look it up. A negative 21. He haven't been playing good in the playoffs. Haven't been playing good all season. I ain't one of them ones. I ain't gonna sugarcoat for no player. And that's the same reason you talking about Julius.
Ron, that's narrative chasing. That's narrative chasing. That's narrative chasing, bro. That's narrative chasing. Yes, that is. That's narrative chasing, bro. That's narrative chasing. Ron, you can't tell me that's not narrative chasing when you just sit there in the 3 games that he had good games, we won. That's narrative chasing.
Listen to you now. You ain't gonna let me finish?
Now you right.
Man, come on, man. Hey, and talking about Julius, ain't talking about narrative changing. Coaches change from game to game. If a player ain't balling, guess what that coach gonna do? He ain't gonna let you stay out there and kill the ship. He gonna bench you. Look at Julius Randle today. You talking about Julius Randle? Julius Randle ain't show up today. Julius Randle missing. Julius Randle ain't played no good defense. Julius Randle ain't played no good offense. Obi took his minutes. He watched Obi play while he's sitting on the bench. Obi outplayed him today. And I dare anybody to say Julius Randle played better than Obi. Because that's a lie. I don't get attached to no players, man. But the one thing about me that's different from most people, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you your flowers when you're playing good, and I'm going to give them to you when you ain't playing bad. I'm going to give you them thorns. I ain't one of them ones who going to be fake about it and say, hey, this player good. I love he doing good. And the player ain't playing good. I can't do that. That ain't in me. Because I ain't
He's not playing good, Ron. Randle's not playing good, right? Randle's not playing good, but I can't narrative chase. I can't sit there. Right? Listen, I can't narrative chase in the playoffs. I'm sorry. It just ain't in me, Ron. I'm sorry. I can't do that, fellas. I don't know how to narrative chase in the playoffs because the overall goal is we lose as a team, we win as a team. In game 2, the whole team played like shit. The whole team played like shit in the game 2. That's the game that we lost as a team. But game 3 and game 4, we won as a team. And even though Randle didn't shoot good today, he still did his parts. So I can't even knock him because we win together.
Man,
it's the
Randle
playoff.
nothing to do.
I don't care. Just be out there, do something. Make them double team you. Do something. And that's what he do. He out there, he makes them have to pay attention to him. And that's what he could do right now until he start knocking down his shots. But at the end of the day, we won. That's all. It's the playoffs.
I'm happy for the win, but I gotta call it like I see it. I can't.
And that's why I say that's narrative chasing after we win. That's why I say that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Anybody can challenge. That's why I say that's my opinion, and that's narrative chasing when we win the game in the playoffs.
There ain't no narrative. That's true. That's true. Randle ain't playing good today. I guarantee you. Put up a poll.
There's a lot of players that's not playing good. IQ not playing good. Grimes not playing good. It's not just Randle not playing good
today. And I guarantee you, the majority of the fan base will say he didn't play good.
I'm saying the same. I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying the same. He played bad. I'm not disagreeing with you. He ain't played bad, but I'm saying we won. That's what I keep saying. We won.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I keep saying. We won.
Yeah,
we win as a team. We lose as a team.
Absolutely.
So I can't narrative chase and pinpoint on one player on why we won. When everybody played their point. Everybody played their part.
Hey, let me tell you why you got to do that. I guarantee you in the offseason, the front office is going to analyze this team and look at.
We ain't get there yet, though, Ron. We ain't get there yet, though, baby.
Hey, man,
we still battling Cleveland yet.
Y'all sound like
that's exactly. That's why I said we ain't get there yet. We ain't get there yet. We ain't get to the all season yet, baby.
Yo,
let's take it one game at a time. Who to say we even gonna reach the all season right there? Let's take our time.
Hold on. Who this about? This about Ron Cleveland Worldwide L? The Knicks won. The Knicks won today, and we up here talking.
Listen, I never challenged my big bro. I just got to call it a spade like a spade. Hey, we ain't never challenging each other. That's my opinion. That's his opinion. We ain't never challenging each other.
What was the first thing, Corey Lee? What was
the first Ron, hold on, bro. Easy, bro. Relax.
I got a question for Corey.
Relax. I don't care. Relax. Relax.
Yeah, hey, I'm good. I'm good. I
Relax,
just got a
relax,
quick
bro.
question.
But yeah, we just want to, you know what I'm saying? For one, I just want to say to everybody, to the Knicks fans, bro, it's time to celebrate, man.
Absolutely.
It's a good time. It don't matter, like, you know, this 1v1 thing. That stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about the name on the front of the jersey. It ain't about all that other stuff. Man, listen. For one thing, the Knicks had a 2-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And a lot of the moments that have created our PTSD, like the Knicks PTSD, for a lot of us, we have moments of that have created the PTSD. The Knicks had a 2-point lead, and then they wound up winning the game by 9. So they stretched in the fourth quarter. Man, this is a great day to be a Knicks fan, man. We up 3-1 against the highest seed, right? They got superstars. Supposedly, we don't, right? They won 50 games. We didn't. Our best play, this team has not played. And one thing I think we can all agree about is this team thus far has not played a complete game yet. We have not seen all of our guys hitting on all cylinders yet. And if you agree to me on that, and if you agree with me on that, whoever we get in the next round might be in trouble. If we could get this thing all together. Ron, hey man, I ain't want to cut you off, man. The main thing I want to do, man, is man, listen, this game right here, bro. This right here, if you're a Knicks fan, you're gonna remember this game for the rest of your life, bro. This one of them games. Game 4 in the Garden.
And right? Freezie, this is what I was saying. And for those who heard me when I first came in, who the first person I give credit to in this game? For those who was listening.
RJ. Yeah. No, I was listening.
Corey, you heard me, right? You heard me, right?
Of course, but
I gave that man his flowers. Why? Because that boy balled. That boy showed up, man. Brunson showed up. And it ain't about creating no narratives. I had to call it like I said. Julius Randle.
You know it wasn't about today. You know it wasn't about today. Me saying something to you wasn't about today, though, bro. I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100. Keep it 100.
Hey, keep it 100. Yeah, we're gonna keep it 100. I don't hide nothing I say. I don't hide nothing I say. I know what I done say about RJ, and I know 100%. I don't backtrack from what I say. I ain't one of them ones who throw the rock and hide my head.
So what about that truck? What about how the truck is the plane still backing up? Is the plane ready to take off now?
Hey, well, I can tell you this. Hey, that's too.
Is the plane ready to take off now? That's all I'm asking.
Hey, L, you coming in here trying to challenge somebody.
No. That's all I'm asking.
That's all you did. You came in here trying to challenge. I ain't even want you on that time.
Don't do me like that, bro.
You in there. Hey, I'm in here celebrating.
You my bro. But I just gotta call it like I said.
I'm tell you what it is.
I gotta call it like I said. You my bro. So it ain't no disrespect. I argue with my co-host. I argue with my co-host.
Freezie, you might ring the bell on these guys.
Yo, Ron, I argue with my co-host. And I knew him over 30 years. I knew my co-host over 30 years. And I argue with him.
I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing, man. I got $3,000 subscribers. It ain't about today's game.
Okay. Yo, Ron. Yeah. Tag team me in. Tag me in.
Right. Hey, hold on.
Come on in.
Hey, right. Hold on. And Mets does have a point. I just didn't feel like appreciate being pushed out there like that. But I think a lot of us have a point though. Who cares about previous points? I don't care nothing about no previous point. I just said just a few seconds ago, man, the Knicks won game 4 at home. They went up 3-1 against the Cavs. And a lot of times over the course of Knicks history, we have these moments that we regret. Like Carmelo getting stuffed at the rim by Roy Hibbert, right? But the opposite of that happened today. One of our young players, a cat we drafted, stepped up in a crucial playoff game. I don't care who get credit for saying what about nothing, about none of that stuff. What I'm excited about is the fact that the Knicks closed out a 50-win team on their floor, right? They had a 2-point lead. We had a lead at halftime. We had a 9-point lead at halftime. Cleveland came back and took the lead. What we should be talking about is how resilient this team is. Cleveland fought the whole way. Cleveland fought the whole way.
I mean, they fought the whole way in game 1, didn't they?
Yeah, they fought the whole way, and the Knicks pulled out a victory. You know what I'm saying? If you what I would like to hear and pick y'all. Somebody got something playing them. Greeny, you got something in the background? Okay, yeah. What I think what the listeners and the watchers want to hear is they want to pick y'all brains about what y'all saw on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a watershed moment for the Knicks? Like, are we ready to say, like, L, is this a watershed moment for Tom Thibodeau?
Here we go.
Does Tom Thibodeau get an A+ for the way he coached today? And if not, what kind of grade would you give him? Did Tibbs press all the right buttons in an important playoff game?
Yep.
I thought he did. Ron talked about it too. He said when he kept Randall on the bench, I just recognizing the team that you got out there. You know,
and exploiting their coverage on Brunson.
See, that's the thing. I say the same thing. I don't know if he would have done that this year, but he's been doing it. His track record for this year, though, Ron, is that he's been doing it all year. So that track record has been there. So we have to start giving him credit. And Harwell had called me earlier. He was like, "Yo, you need to get the whole coaching staff because you see JB up and running down. He running up and down the tips. And he talking to the players. He up on for the bench. So we win as a team, we lose as a team. That's all I'm saying in the playoff. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm not defending nobody. All I'm saying is,
I'm gonna tell you this.
There's no need for narrative chasing when we win.
I just took it the wrong way. That's all, man. You know what I mean? I know
it's all right. But we man, so you my bro. So I know you don't take it. I don't take it the wrong way. I don't take it the wrong. Me and Harwell, that's what I'm saying. I knew him over 30 years. If we can go at it and walk away still best buds, and why can't all of us walk away after debating on something? No doubt. Cats call me out all the time. Julian Blum called me out. Julian Blum called me out in the chat. Julian Blum, my man, he called me out about the tape one of the things. He said, I would have never done that. But see, that's him, and this is me. See what I'm saying? I don't take it the wrong way.
Like I said, man, we in a great position, man. Like Freezie, you hit the nail on the head, man. Mm-hmm. We ain't had a game yet where everybody was just clicking. We ain't had one of them yet.
No,
it's scary, and man, I'm gonna tell you, Tibbs this year to me, man, Tibbs has earned his money. And he's earned his keep. I'm not getting rid of Tibbs at no end of the season. Tibbs, I think Tibbs has earned an extension because right now he out coaching Bickerstaff. He out coaching.
Drew is still out for me though. The words of wisdom: be the change you want to see. Man, all of you on the same path. All of you on the same mission. I can tell you just coming with a different passion, different energy, based on what you are looking at before.
You another one too, Wise. I ain't forget about you neither. I'll get you on my show. I ain't forget about you. I ain't forget about you. I get you on my show.
I'm trying to defend all my positions, man. All my positions were always strong. It was never absolutes, but all of mine were based on this. I want to see this. If this doesn't occur, I don't want to see that. I wasn't backing the truck up, but I was ready to. I was available. Even to this day, I'm still available. I gotta get my car right. Get in my car right now. I'm gonna be in my car waiting just in case Ron even go pick somebody up, take to the airplane. It's not that deal. But today's game, Thibodeau. Today's game was Thibodeau to me. I mean, I'm telling you, Brunson stepped up, RJ stepped up, Josh played beyond. My boy Obi, the Obi High was rolling, but iHeart and Mitch did their thing. We shut down Donovan, who I still to this day still love that chat, man. So I haven't given up on him yet. I don't think he gave up. He's what I wanted to play, lose to us, but don't give up. I don't think he gave up. He just got beat down. And so finally it comes back to Tibbs, who is the man who I was ready with whatever you wanted, any transport means, by airplane, like Freezie was saying, we gotta get there. Right? Get there if we can. I'll meet him. I'll take him by camel, by airplane, my hot air balloon.
Yep.
Whatever way Tibbs needs to go.
It don't. We don't care how you get there. Just get there if you can.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but let me do this. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, "Send me the bill for RJ's salary today." Bam. Appreciate that, Paris Duggar.
All they're gonna do is two out of chat him anyway.
That young fella did his thing, man. 2 games in a row, man. Freezie, you remember I said he was gonna have 1 20-point game?
Yeah. Okay.
I said he was gonna have 1. He didn't give me 2. Because I'm counting that last game as a 20-point game too. And the thing about it, these 2 games, he's been efficient, man. And I can't discount what I've seen the last 2 games from him. Decisive, quick movement. And that's what I liked about it. Because I was questioning whether or not he was quick enough. But from what I've seen the last 2 games, it's clear to me it seems like he's been thinking more than just reacting. And today he was punching and not waiting on no punch.
And decision making. He made the right passes, everything was just exactly.
Can I ask y'all guys a question real quick, Freeze, if you don't mind? Yeah. It's just about RJ. It's about the Garland and RJ situation. Do you think that RJ is taking it personal now, Ron, with him and Garland? Because don't forget they're in the same draft class. Now you get a chance to meet up with each other, and now it's mano a mano. And a lot of times it's been RJ on Garland. Because when Garland was going off in that third quarter, I believe.
Brunson was on him. Then they switched him. He ain't doing nothing.
Talk about it, fellas. Talk about it. Let me be quiet.
That was huge. Yeah. And I tell you, for me, I think that's who RJ was talking about when he said, before the series started, and he made that comment, saying that people talking about that other guy. I don't think he was talking about Donovan Mitchell. I think he was talking about the guy in his draft class.
Yes.
I think.
Well, what about Okoro? Okoro is in Obi draft class.
Okoro.
Who Freeze?
Obi looked back. This to me was Obi's best game as a Knick.
Yeah.
We would have drafted Okoro too, y'all, right? We would have drafted him too. He felt.
You talking about right? Frank Okoro?
No,
because he look a lot like Frank Miller Keenan to me.
Just real quick, there were a lot of things that happened today. And I don't want to gloss over some of the things that happened. For one, early on, every time Cleveland was ready to go on a run, Tibbs call a timeout and pull his guys over and talk to him.
Smart,
right? That's one of the things that we hadn't talked about. He was like, no. Before they even get started, y'all come here. And so what that is for people that don't, use certain things, right? Basically, what Tibbs was doing was rallying the troops, right? Every time they got ready to do something, hey, nope, y'all come here. And it stopped their momentum, right? Somebody got some. Hey, somebody got a crackling in the background, bro. We be going through this like all the time.
Who's that?
Not me.
I think it's fixed now.
We getting to a point, bro, where I'm gonna just have to stop letting people come on.
I tell you what I do, Freezie. Right. When I ain't talking, I'm muted.
Yeah. Now, okay. Yeah, because it's we ask people all the time the same group of people every time, man. You know what I'm saying? Do certain things before you come on. And it's not like we don't want to have people. It's just the playback on it be terrible. Right? But content. Yeah. It make good content bad, right? But two things that we saw today, and I'm gonna point them out, and I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but this is what I noticed. Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly realized today, in my mind, that they can impact winning without scoring, and winning is the most important thing. Right? I think Emmanuel Quickly realized that today because there were points in the game where he had a shot to take and he didn't take it. I saw him pass up, and you rarely see Quickly turn down shots. And Obi Toppin, how many leak outs did you see Obi Toppin have today?
None.
None.
Compared to how many contested rebounds he had?
Right. Yeah, like maybe 3 or 4 of them.
Like 3 or 4
awareness too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he understood the magnitude of this game, because if this was Obi, even from a week ago, you wouldn't have seen Obi do that. You know what I mean? Obi played tough today, man. I was shocked to see how he was rebounding.
He was ripping down
That
boards
Right.
on the offensive glass, and I never
Right.
seen him do that before.
Right. Right. That was to me that was impressive. Those small little things. And the other thing I saw too was the Knicks had a 3-possession. It was a 3-possession game. Josh Hart was fouled. And I saw Josh Hart go to the line and splash 2 free throws to make it a 4-possession game. What that tells me is the pressure, those moments don't bother Josh Hart at all. Right? And I know, and I, yeah, right. And so basically what I'm getting at by saying all these things is this team overall is learning how to win and at the highest level. Right? We're learning how to win at the highest level. And listen, so it's April, was it April 23rd? March 23rd. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'd have been confident saying it. I don't know if March 23rd, I don't know if I would have been confident saying that our young players have learned how to win and our veteran players are all in on winning. Today, I think we saw that. Today, I think that question is answered.
And I think the question is answered too, Freezie. There's no need for people to keep comparing Donovan Mitchell to Brunson. That ship is sailed. That ship is sailed, man. Brunson impacts winning, man. Donovan gonna be one of them dudes that can stat stuff. But when it comes to winning time, it's Brunson, man. We didn't got too much evidence, man. It's too much evidence. What the man did at college, what the man did last year in that playoffs when Luka was out, and knocked Donovan out. I just didn't seen enough from him, man. To like Donovan Mitchell is tough, and I like it. But man, Jalen Brunson is just a whole another dude by himself, man. He one of them dudes. Somebody said it on here the other day. He refused to lose, man. He refused to lose, and we got the dude that refused to lose because
right,
this was let's be real. This was last year. Without this dude, these kind of games, we going home. You best believe we going home.
Right. And
Ron, did y'all know that during the game it was so loud inside the arena that the Knicks couldn't hear themselves call out plays, so Jalen Brunson kept bringing them together and orchestrating that. See, we didn't know that because we watching it. We didn't know that the ABC, for some strange reason, the ABC cameras was solely faced on Cleveland. I don't know what that was about. What they was down
right?
Or what they was up. You know what I mean? But Rebecca Harlow came on the MSG network, so she was saying that it was so loud in there that Brunson had to keep on calling the guys back together every time they had a break to go over the plays, like keep reminding them what the plays was. So that's the game within the game. I thought that was real dope that we didn't even know about that was going on behind the scenes, unless you was at the game or something like that.
Yeah, and it's like an extension of the coaching and the coaching staff. Like I want to give credit to Tibbs and the coaching staff. Like it was a lot of hero ball towards like the middle point of the fourth quarter. And we adjusted because the Cavs were selling out like we ain't got NBA players on the court. So we adjusted. We set those slip screens for RJ. Right. He got good looks. He kept attacking, stayed aggressive, and he finished. Like he like RJ's aggressiveness is essentially what closed the game out for us. On top of them like overselling out for Brunson. And that goes to the coaching staff making adjustments because Brunson was trying to win it by himself at the beginning of the fourth. We saw a couple like bad shots that we didn't really want to see. Right. That was out of character. And then Brunson was starting to feature his other guys. And then he eased himself into the action a little bit after when RJ got going.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if Julius Randle show up in the next game, we ain't coming back to New York for Game 6. It's over. It's over.
Oh, it's already over now, bro. It's already over now. We're gonna hit it. We hit him with the death knell. We hit him with the death knell today.
Oh yeah. They ain't coming back. They ain't coming back on win no 3 straight.
Oh yeah,
that's a wrap.
One thing I'm gonna say though is this: we one night that can be stopped, and hope we stop doing it is talking about what players can't do, like saying Obi can't rebound, like saying RJ can't pass the ball out of a drive, when we say the word can't, we put ultimatums or like extreme statements on guys. I'm guilty of it in some cases too. Like with Tibbs, I'm guilty of Tibbs in-game adjustments. I'm guilty of that. Of course, I had a lot of evidence. He gave me a lot of evidence and history about it to show that he probably, justified what I said. But I'm no longer going to put that extreme statement of Tibbs just cannot make in-game adjustments that will cause us to win. So I want to roll back that statement about like Obi can't rebound, RJ can't pass, Oliver, he can't help himself. He can't do a mid-range shot. Because a couple mid-range shots today, I was like, that's what I'm talking about, RJ.
Right. Yeah, he shocked me, man. I ain't gonna even front, man. Hey, the man showed up, man. He showed up, and one can.
What bigger stage, Ron? What bigger stage?
Didn't show up today, I'm gonna tell y'all, fellas.
What bigger stage though, Ron? What bigger stage? So like when Wiz is saying what he's saying, right, Ron? When Wiz is saying what he's saying about the guys passing, you doing it on the biggest stage. See, we critique him during the regular season, right? We can do that during the regular season, but during the playoff, the lights is brighter. The pressure is greater. You understand what I'm saying? So to see these guys doing it on this level, those who believe in them guys, they get to pay their kudos. For those who believe in Obi, RJ, Brunson. They get because this is why you want to see this in the playoffs. This is where the stars. This is where the NBA real players separate themselves from the rest of the pack in the playoffs, and everyone on this panel know that. So this is where the stars is born at. So for them guys to be doing it on this level, take our hats off to them guys.
And especially with the pressure, you got to think about it. That young man been under pressure, man. He was under pressure, and he showed up 2 games in a row. I can't take it from him. You know what I mean? Like they say, hey, when you criticize a person, you got to be just as loud with your praise of them when they're playing good. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if you can't praise a player when they playing good, and you just can praise them when they're playing bad, you're a hater. That's the definition of a hater. I think a lot of times people use the word, they say, oh, you hate a player. Because no. When they're playing good, if you ain't giving them their credit, and the only thing you want to talk about when they're playing bad, you showing up, sticking your head out like the what's that thing that check to see when groundhog when he checked to see if we're gonna get some extra winner. If that's the only time you showing up, you a hater. But you gotta give a person their credit, man. You gotta call it like you see it. That young man, I can't take nothing from him right now, man. That boy balling. He balling. And he the reason why we won these last 2 games. Truth be told.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, for me, this is time for celebration. So I want to celebrate my OB player of his life. That offensive rebound, dribble around the entire court. They came back to the rim. Oh my goodness, man!
Give it to him, Wiz. Give it to him.
What?
Hey, Wiz, he scared me on that play too.
Me too. I'm scared. He scared me too, man.
Right.
And shout out to Tibbs for sticking with him, man. I'm shocked. I think that might be the biggest shocker for me in this game, is that he sat Randall pretty much the whole 4th quarter.
Can I just say something in regards to when we get through Cleveland, whoever we get next, whether it's Miami or Milwaukee, I want to run down what could be the issue we're going up against. 2 of the top tier offenses in the league. Let's run through the first 3 games between these 2 teams and their score totals. 130-117 Miami in game 1, 138-122 Milwaukee in game 2, 121-99 yesterday in favor of Miami.
Well, Giannis's not playing, so that whole equation doesn't matter. Like you can't really quantify what was going on over there when Giannis is not playing.
Yeah, he's a whole equation by himself.
And to put it in perspective, the Cavs have a top 10 offense. Miami Heat are like 25, 26, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
The Heat rely on a lot of unsustainable shooting, which they've gotten 2 out of the first 2 games. But if you're keeping it calling a spade, Miami Heat are clearly the easier team to face. Just to be realistic. But man, I'm not even thinking about that. I wanna focus on what we saw today.
Right.
And I want to focus on what we can do to close them out on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, and Dre, and you know what? The funny thing about that is this: how far have Knicks fans come where you win a playoff game in the Garden with two of your key players don't show up? You grind it out, you grit it out, don't slide backwards, and Knicks fans are thinking about the future.
Hey, I want to say
That's
this.
a beautiful thing, man.
I think the
I
PTSD
want to say
portion
this.
is over.
One last thing, Adam, before you go. Ron, the feedback is coming from you. If you could wear some headphones, just put on some headphones or anything. You could talk through your mic. Just rock some headphones. All right. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, I want to say this. Did I just see R.J. Barrett come out of the doghouse and do what he did in the fourth quarter?
Yep.
I was amazed. And what Tibbs did, benching Randall, wow, that's a bold move. And did y'all see what Randall did after the game was over? He literally walked from the bench straight to the locker room. He did not even high five none of his teammates in the middle of the court when the Knicks were celebrating. That's just telling you the attitude that Randall had. I think Randall was pissed. I think Randall was angry at Tibbs for not putting him back in the game.
No, I don't.
He might be mad with himself.
He might be mad at himself, but he might be mad with the coach for not putting him back in the game.
No, I think
he's not mad at nobody but himself. He owes the team.
Yeah, he didn't show that much team sportsmanship.
Yeah. You said, Adam, you searching for something?
For real, we're not chasing no narratives today.
Did y'all see Randall march right off the floor straight to the locker room without high fiving his teammates for performance in the fourth quarter?
Actually, I'm going to say the opposite. Actually, Adam, I thought Randall was in good spirits being on the bench.
I
was watching Randall the entire time. He was walking straight to the locker room.
Adam, it was a play. It was a play in the fourth quarter when I think they had called timeout, and I wanted to see Randall was at the end of the bench, and he sat down, and the camera kind of.
Somebody got something playing in the background, man.
And then he stood up. I wanted to see the same thing, Adam. I wanted to see what he was going to do, if he was going to be in his feelings, but now he stood up though, Adam. When he was like, somebody was in his way.
Hold on for a second. Somebody got something.
I saw that.
Adam, hold on, man. Somebody got something playing in the background, man.
Yeah,
y'all can't be amateur. Come, I'm just say this one more time, bro. If one more person do this, I'm kicking everybody out the panel. Because I shouldn't have to say this every show. And y'all know I love y'all being up here rocking, but come on.
All right, my bad, Freezie, but where's that crackling sound is coming from you? So if you're not saying nothing, if you can help it.
I'm here.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a crackling sound coming from your microphone.
Man, come on.
So
y'all.
if you're not saying anything, just mute. Yeah.
We do.
If you're out and about or anything like that, just mute yourself until you speak. If you're just chilling in your place with just your microphone or whatever, then you're good. Because there's not going to be any feedback. But like if you're in a car or anything, you're going to hear feedback just from the car driving and like exterior noises.
I mean, if there's any noise coming from me, it's in the foreground, not in the back.
Yeah, you're good, Mets.
You're
good. Because I'm basically by myself over here, so you can't really hear anything. My microphone is isolated.
Yeah, man.
Y'all can hear me?
You good? You good, Ron?
Yeah, you good, Ron?
Okay.
Yeah, you're perfect now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Freezie, you hit the nail on the head, man. I mean, think about it, fellas. The last time we was in the playoffs, everybody knew we was an incomplete team.
Right.
Right now, we're winning, and we haven't hit on all cylinders yet. I think that's the biggest thing. And L, I think you said it. We ain't even played our best game yet.
But you know what the thing is, Ron? In the playoffs, teams aim to take away something. So no matter who we facing, no one's gonna be running on all cylinders. We're gonna take something away from you on a game-to-game basis. If you take something from us, we can still thrive and function because we got the depth. But other teams, if they lose a key cog, they're nosediving completely. We're one of the few teams where arguably our best player can play terrible and we can still win.
Yeah. And that says a lot because we didn't have no Grimes today. And if Cleveland was smart, I would have been trying to get Josh Hart in foul trouble. Yeah. I would have tried to get him out of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that too. And
I think what killed Cleveland in the long haul was, aside from Donovan Mitchell's bad shooting day, it was the fact that Evan Mobley, who's been one of their more premier defensive stretch fours, was stretching himself too far, and he kept getting in foul trouble.
Okay.
And I want to put that on our aggressiveness running into him.
Yeah.
And like all those fouls that were drawn, I think only Randall drew one, but RJ drew like 2 on him. Brunson drew 1 on him as well. And I want to say, Scott Foster had some terrible calls tonight.
Oh man. Oh.
That one on Mitchell Robinson. My God. Terrible.
I mean, how do you call that an over the head loose
Hardenstein.
The one on
Hardenstein. No, the Hardenstein foul.
Yeah, Hardenstein was terrible.
Was horrible.
Yeah, the one on the one of the Mitch rebound. Like,
and then when he called one of them balls out of bounds, and it clearly was off of Cleveland. I was like, "Come on, man, are you really doing this?" But I had to say this about Hart, man. Hart shut down Donovan today, man. He shut Donovan down. It wasn't that Donovan was missing shots.
Yeah,
Hart made it hard for him today, man. And I don't think we talk about that enough today. That boy, man. Hey, that dude.
Oh, RJ Barrett too.
Yeah, RJ. Exactly, man. RJ went on Garland. That was a wrap for all that stuff Garland started doing at the after he came in that third quarter. It was a wrap. That was over with. Man, Tibbs coaching is behind off, man. I don't know what happened. Well, you know what? I know what happened when they talked about firing Tibbs. When that talk was talking about firing Tibbs, when he went to that 9-man rotation, it's like we saw a different coach.
Yep.
But I also think his assistants all stepped up too. I think they all started speaking up louder, and you started listening to them. It's too much of a dramatic change. It has to be a total team effort where it's not just Tibbs 40 years later finally go, oh, let me try this. The first move to go 9-man and get to the – remember, don't just say 9-man. Say 9-man and remove Fournier and Cam and bring those two factors in as well. It wasn't just a 9-man. But you could have stayed 10 or 11, but get Fournier and Cam out of the lineup. Those two guys were not helping the team. So that's a combination of a 9-man or a 10-man, but removing the two guys who were the negative defensively for us, especially, who weren't hustling, who weren't giving us what we needed. So that's a combination. And then he started doing rotations at moments where he normally wouldn't. Even tonight, I was a little bit worried that if Obi started slipping, he may still have left it in there because sometimes he gets locked in. And he goes, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. And it's too long for him not to touch it. I know. So, but I was impressed with overall, coaching. The bench, the coaches are excellent. Again, I saw Randall with a positive look on his face. He did not look worried or look like he was panicked or anything like that. He looked like he was, accepted where he is right now, and looked like he's going to go back to the drawing board and be ready for next game. And I'm all ready for him to go back into the starting lineup and actually represent.
Right, Randall knows how important he is to us and our future goals. So it's not like him taking the demotion for one night doesn't mean anything. Like in this particular game, we built our leads and extended when Obi was in it. But in the next series, Obi might get exploited. So it's like one of those things. So
that's a beautiful thing of the playoffs.
Right.
It ain't an 82 game sprint. You know what I mean? Marathon rather. You gotta make adjustments. You can't just things that you would do in the regular season, you can't do it in the playoffs. And when you see stuff ain't working, you got to make adjustments. And the adjustments is the difference between winning or losing.
Actually, if you get in the play-in, it would be an even 100 game marathon at worst.
but I want to give Mitch his credit because I checked the landscape of other fans that we go against, like other teams' fans, and they're over there talking about we need to trade Jared Allen. He was just an all-star last year.
Yeah. I just
like, Jared Allen is soft. No, Jared Allen ain't soft. It's just Mitch is that tough.
L is the king of the Mitchell Robinson fan club. Let him know, L.
The fact that Jarrett's more of an offensive center than he is a defensive one.
Nah, he's a defensive center. He's definitely a defensive center.
See, Mitch. See, that's what I was trying to say. Tell anybody, like, when we win as a team, we lose as a team. You take Mitch, his numbers don't show up in the box score, but what he's been doing defensively, altering shots, even from the last game, when them guys drive and he alters their shot. So when you see a lot of them guys coming up short and hitting the front of the rim, he's the reason why they hit the front of the rim, because they're altering his shot. He's altering their shots.
Right. Every time you see Mobley try to post up, he's going nowhere and then just hitting the front of the rim.
That's why I say, Dre. That's why you keep hearing me say like it's the playoffs, like the regular season and all them numbers. They don't matter. It's like everyone just got to do their job. You all getting a paycheck. Everyone just go out there and do your job. Your job is to do whatever's asked of you to do to help contribute to the team winning. I don't care what it is, scoring, diving for a loose ball, whatever it is. The playoffs. I don't care about Randall. We won the game. I couldn't care less about Randall with his badass game. Just don't have it. Just don't make it a habit and we lose it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
don't make it a habit and we'll lose it.
If we'd have lost it, then he would have got it.
Yeah, we won. So we won. So I couldn't care about quickly having a bad game. I couldn't care about none of that.
When we talk about bad games, we only really talking about shooting. Like
I wanted to ask y'all guys a question real quick. Do y'all think part of the problem with Donovan Mitchell is? Do you think that Bickerstaff fell in love with game 2 so much he don't know how to make the adjustment from game 2? Think he fell in love with game 2? Because Mitchell had one of his better all-around games as being a passer and a facilitator. So do you guys think that he stuck with that too long? Because this is the second game in a row that Donovan is trying to be a facilitator and hasn't worked out for them other guys.
I think it's a little bit of both. Like he's kind of hamstringed with his roster because they're relying on Okoro to hit open shots, man. Like, and we just like, all right, man, go ahead, take as many as you want, man. It's like we're setting up to make Donovan Mitchell's life difficult every game, which is why you saw him have so many assists, because role players play better at home. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting assists, but we were doing our same thing in terms of just making it difficult on him. And sometimes with his caliber of talent, like in game 1, he can just go off. There's nothing you could do because he's just that talented. But if you consistently put in that effort, consistently show him different looks, consistently put him under pressure, he's gonna have these 5 for 18 games. That's just been his track record. Going back to Utah, he has clunkers. He has games where he just shoots terribly, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then he's not really offering you defense to make up for it. He's not getting you boards.
Got that right.
So it's one of those things where, like, granted, he's an exceptional talent, all NBA type talent on offense. But when it comes to the playoffs and you look at him in reality, he's an undersized guard that doesn't really do much more than score at a high level, which is, I mean, ultimately putting the ball in the hole is the most important thing. But when you're playing against a team that's basically about getting more possessions than you, dominating you on the glass, taking care of the ball, and you, Donovan Mitchell, getting like 4 or 5 turnovers and a half, it's one of those things where it's like diminished returns when you have 2 small guards and then you don't have spacing around you. They're in a tough space because they could use, like, put it this way, if they had like Cam Johnson starting for them instead, they would be looking a lot better, hypothetically speaking, instead of Okoro.
That would have been perfect for them.
Yeah. So
I think it's a roster thing. I think it's a roster first. I think it's MSG. I think the Garden. I think the crowd shook them a little bit, and then of course our play came up to a level that they were not quite expecting necessarily. That kind of took them. So that's not necessarily coach.
We executed for sure. We executed our game plan. We made it difficult on them, and then the crowd being on top of that just made it even worse for them.
And you know what else I think it is too? I think it is a little bit of that hangover from this summer too for him, because you ain't no way you get traded to the East Coast, the team you think you was going to, your hometown team, you don't go there, but that's the team you end up playing in the first round of the playoffs, and you got to go in that stadium that you've been in hundreds of times watching games
as the enemy.
Know what I mean? As the enemy,
and as a kid,
that has to weigh on you. You know what I mean? So, you know, hey, it is what it is, but I can say this definitively. I'm happy with the way that situation went down this summer, man. I'm happy. Sometimes the move you don't make end up being your best move. And for the New York Knicks, The best move we needed a point guard. We've been in search for one for a long time, and I still say since Stephon Marbury, we ain't had no point guard. We had some all right point guards, but we ain't had none on that level to Stephon Marbury until we got this dude that we got.
So
now.
you saying Brunson better than Chris Duhon?
Dude, I hated that dude.
Anyway,
I hated his garbage self. I hated him. I ain't
once
gonna tell you no
again,
lie. I hated
once
him.
again, once again, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again. Shout out to Leon Rose for not making that move.
Smart.
Smart. You understand what I'm saying? And I said this from the beginning of the year, but I'm gonna say this again.
I was minding my business.
One more time. I said that Jalen Brunson was gonna make us at least 6 to 8 games better, and he outdid that. That.
Yeah, he made 10 games better from last year.
He exceeded my expectations. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was this good. Fellas, I didn't know he was this good. I ain't gonna even front. I didn't know he was this good.
Yeah, but do you think Donovan Mitchell regrets not requesting a trade to the Knicks?
He did request a trade. I mean,
he requested a trade.
He
No, I'm saying
in
now,
back channels
down
he wanted to
3-1.
come to
You
the
think he
Knicks.
regrets?
He wanted to come to the Knicks, but he didn't want to look like a malcontent, so he let it play out. But we all know he wanted to be here.
Yeah, he didn't say send me to the Knicks and no place else. He didn't do that. If he'd have done that, he would have been here.
But then we would have given up even more because we would have lost leverage, and it would have been weird. It would have been weird. So ultimately, I would have liked him here, but I'm not losing sleep over it.
Yeah,
I'm happy with what we have.
I think the impact from what we getting from Brunson, I don't think we would have had this impact had, let's say, we got him and didn't have a point guard. I don't think it would have been this kind of an impact.
We wouldn't have Josh Hart if we did that deal, by the way.
That's a good point too. That's a great point.
Nah, Dre, I don't know, man.
Nah. Freezie,
hold on.
All
Let me finish. Let me cook. Let me say why. Because y'all cut me off, and then y'all don't even know why I was gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you got it.
So the thing with Donovan Mitchell, I'm just gonna say this to Knicks fans everywhere, right? Let's not get to this point where we start drinking with our pinky out. You know what I'm saying? Saying stuff
how
like
I always drink, Freezie.
Say I know. I do it. Yo, we come from a place where we were devoid of talent, hoping Frank Ntilikina would be something, and the something we got was a rumor mill saying Frank Ntilikina grew 2 inches over the summer.
A bag of
none of that had to do with basketball, right? Nothing basketball related, right?
And what was the reason?
I'm not sure. Let me finish my point though. Let me just finish this point real quick. As Knicks fans, even though Donovan Mitchell is on the other team leading another franchise, doesn't necessarily mean that Donovan Mitchell being here with Jalen Brunson is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, it didn't happen, and of course, all of this is speculation and all of that stuff. I just, as a long suffering Knicks fan, you know what I'm saying, just want to throw this thing out here. I'm not ever going to get to a point where I'm going to turn my pinky up or turn up my nose at acquiring superstar level talent. Because at the end of the day, the dude on the other team, he was the focal point of their attack all day. And us saying that we couldn't have used that, I don't know.
I didn't say that.
No. I'll tell you what I was saying. What I was saying, like if you would have flipped, let's say the things were reversed right now, and we had Donovan Mitchell and they had Brunson. I'm not saying him and Brunson on the same team.
Okay.
That's what I was looking at. Like the impact from Brunson being on this team is bigger than when it would have been if it would have been Donovan Mitchell by himself on this team. I don't think it would have had that impact because you know this. You ain't going nowhere in this league without a point guard.
Right.
You going into the lottery, you going home. You getting ready for the draft. Teams without a point guard, you ain't going nowhere. Right. You know what I mean? Point guard is the most important position on that floor in today's basketball. So
and like I'm besmirching Donovan Mitchell or belittling his talent. I'm saying we came out on the other end probably better off, marginally, not better off in a like marginally better
can you
off.
explain how though?
Okay. The talent that we would have shipped off, we would have shipped them off at their lowest value, perceived value around the league.
But who would we have shipped off? Just for example.
They were asking for Grimes, IQ, Mitchell Robinson, any combination of those, or with RJ. Any combination of those three with RJ and 3 picks. And
yeah, Mitch was a free agent though. Mitch was a free agent this summer.
And no, they wanted to sign him, but we decided to extend him. Like it would have been a sign and trade if we would have thrown Mitch in that deal because he was.
Yeah, it would have been a sign and trade, but Mitch was an unrestricted free agent, so and we didn't extend him.
But they were asking for him though.
Yeah.
They were asking for him at the time, so it would have been a sign and trade. But either way, they were asking for 3 players and picks, and all those players that we're talking about, their value was not as high as it is right now. All of them.
Okay.
So if you would have thrown that out and then thrown out picks, you would be in a position where we wouldn't even have control over our own pick this year that we traded out to get Josh Hart to begin with.
Okay.
So it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, at the time, I probably would have done it. But thinking about it in retrospect, IQ's value has skyrocketed. Grimes' value around the league has skyrocketed, even though he's not playing well at this moment. Mitch Robinson is on one of the best contracts in the league for a center that does what he does.
Okay.
In terms of descending and all that.
Arguably the best offensive rebounder.
So when we talk about those 3 alone, those are the types of players that are sweeteners that make you lower the amount of picks and trades for a star.
Okay.
Where you could like, okay, if you really want to trade IQ, I don't want to. If you wanted to trade IQ, that price for the superstar goes down from 4 picks to 3 picks because IQ's in there instead of 4 and IQ.
Okay. Well, all right. So I get it.
It's like it's asset management, in my opinion. That's what it is.
I think it's smoke. and here's why. I'm gonna say this to you and to Ron. If you think not trading for Donovan Mitchell last summer was a bad idea, right? I'm not even gonna be interested in y'all saying trading for a star this summer is a good idea. Because ultimately, the same assets you would have traded last summer will be in the conversation for trading for a star this summer. And we can try to finagle and say, no, well, such and such's value is different. No, it's the same pieces to me. And the thing about it is if we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, okay, it's cool. But I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, kick dirt on somebody after the fact, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's but hear me out. Let me finish, man. Let me finish.
Go ahead, Freezie. Go ahead.
The thing about if you think Jalen Brunson is good right now with Grimes as at the 2, and Grimes is going to be a great NBA player, by the way. Grimes is going to be a great NBA player, but if you think Jalen Brunson this year with Quentin Grimes at the 2, not wanting to shoot, is good. Imagine Jalen Brunson seeing single coverage every night of an 82-game schedule because Donovan Mitchell is on the floor with him.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Jalen Brunson probably would have been able to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not. Listen, Grimes is going to be a fantastic player in about a year and a half or so, right? But you saw tonight when you put 2 dynamic guards in the backcourt together, they are a problem, bro. And to say that it wouldn't have worked is another just adding smoke to the conversation because Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell played together this season and won 51 games.
But that wasn't my point, though.
It's a problem.
That wasn't my take, though. My take was
no. That's my take. I'm expressing.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm expressing my opinion.
Together, no doubt, them guys would have been a handful.
Right.
I mean, we would have been blowing people out. That's how we would have been beating teams. Your defense might not have been as good, but we would have been blowing teams off the map. You know what I mean? Because there's no doubt both of those guys are skilled offensively.
Right. I'm not even dissing his. Like, I think the Donovan Mitchell trade would have been a good trade, and I think we still wound up in a good position without it happening. That's just how I feel about it.
Right. Hey, so Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, send the bill for RJ's salary today. It's on me. And just real quick, I wanted to throw up RJ's numbers. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these are RJ's numbers in the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. And so RJ, look at RJ Barrett's numbers from game 1 to game 4. You see when I saw the progression, what I saw is improvement from game 1 to game 4. Right? But also what I also saw is RJ, who had decreased minutes towards the end of the regular season because of Josh Hart, is averaging about 33 minutes a game in the playoffs right now. You know what I'm saying? Like RJ Barrett is on the floor, impacting the game in some type of way. And so, you know, I know I frustrated Lee the other day when I said RJ Barrett is once a month. You know what? At the time, RJ Barrett was once a month. Right now, though, RJ Barrett is getting progressively better, getting better and better.
It's his time a month right now.
Yeah. And so Lee, so what I'm saying is the reason why I put this up here is because somebody told me earlier in the year that Tom Thibodeau doesn't develop kids. All he cares about is
people
winning.
Been yelling. They've been yelling that for a long time, but him.
Yeah, they said all he cares about is winning, right? And so I wanted to put this up here to show everybody that RJ Barrett from game 1 through game 4 got better and better, and the number of shots didn't necessarily. Aside from today, the number of the shots were just about the same. He just got more efficient.
Yeah, over the last 2 games, 17 of 30.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think RJ Barrett is getting better. I think, and also just real quick, we saw Miles McBride play today. His sole job was to come in and slow down Garland and Donovan Mitchell, and guess what he did?
Slow him down.
He slowed down Garland. Yep. The
moment disruptor.
Yep. The moment wasn't too big for him. That's
all
I got, man.
That's my grandson. And made a big three. That's my grandson. I'm telling you. CP3 2.0. Gary Payton the third. I know, John. Another thing I loved, Brunson, out of the double teams, has begun to be able to see the court better. He's seen the whole court. Like, he made some passes out of double teams, especially the one that iHeart got that fake foul call on, the OB cross court. Mm-hmm. He's seen the floor even better than he's been before. A lot of times he was getting to those doubles, and he saw he had almost a very narrow view of where to go. And he wasn't like he was getting, taken advantage of, but he normally did look the entire court. But today I watched him, I'm like, the double's coming, and I see him scan the whole court like a quarterback looking for his third and fourth options. Exactly what he looked like today. And I was like, that's a point guard. That he's developing. And I'm so impressed with that part of his game.
Yeah, because, and it's really surprising that he really don't get a ton of assists, because when you think about it, normally when a guy realizes they can get their shot on anybody from that position, that's when they're normally very good at being a facilitator too. And that's why I'm like, man, you can get your shot anytime you want. Your job, get them other guys involved, man. Because there ain't nothing for him to get 20 points a night. Easy. That's easy work for him. But your job, get them other guys involved, man. Because one can argue if it's all about him scoring and he ain't getting other people involved, we ain't winning no games.
Nope.
We're not winning games like that.
Fellas, I gotta get ready for my show.
Peace out.
I just wanted to come on in and ruffle your feathers. I just wanted to ruffle your feathers. That's all.
I forgot you used to do that to me.
All the time. See,
run my blood pressure up.
All the time. That's how much I love you. Because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, who cares what he's talking about? You know what I mean? but you my bro. So
I'm gonna come over there.
I argue with my real brother about RJ Barrett. So this is my blood brother. So I argue with him, right? And I point out things to him that he just can't see. And I keep trying to point it out to him. But it's brotherly love. It's that brother competition kind of thing, right?
I forgot you used to do that to me, man. You made me remember.
I been training all the time. But I gotta get ready for our show. We're gonna do a post game too. So I gotta get ready. Freeze, I love you.
Tell the fam I say hello, man.
Mm-hmm. So if y'all guys want to come on over, y'all can come on over.
I'll bring some smoke for you, man. Bring some smoke for you.
All right, Wiz, I still got that smoke for you. I can't wait. I'm gonna chew your ass up, Wiz. I ain't even gonna. We loaded with them blocks over there, boy. We loaded with them blocks for you, Wiz. We loaded with them blocks for you, boy. And what you talked about, RJ? Oh, we gonna get you, Wiz. We gonna get you, bro. When I see y'all guys later, if y'all coming through, we going live. I think 5:30.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace out.
Who loved the best reaction today was Josh Hart, the turnaround jumper last second after that shot. That's the best enthusiastic New York Knicks fan reaction.
We got robbed, Wiz, because it would have been that 3-pointer from RJ.
Oh yeah,
they call that.
Oh yes,
that would have took the whole top off you.
Phantom Hartenstein. Yeah.
When Josh made that 2-point shot, I said we winning this game. When I saw him make that shot, I said, "Oh yeah, we winning."
He was like celebrating, like, "What the heck? I just did that."
Hey, Freezie, not to detract, but I saw something from the Knicks beat writer Fred Katz.
Okay.
And it said Julius Randle left tonight's game without talking to the media. Is that something or nothing?
That's what I'm saying.
That's nothing.
He was
That's
pissed
nothing.
off.
That's nothing. I'm gonna say that's
pissed
nothing.
off.
I'm gonna say that's nothing.
Maybe
I ain't gonna.
Adam. If anybody he's pissed off at, he's pissed off at himself.
I think he teed off with
No,
himself.
he's probably pissed off at Tibbs too.
No.
Because he literally walked straight off the floor after the game and did not high five any of his teammates for the great effort in the fourth quarter. He didn't do any of that. He just walked straight to the locker room.
Okay.
Adam, I tell you
Across
this.
the floor.
Sometimes what we don't see is what happens. You know what I mean?
In the locker room.
Gonna only show so much, man. And that's why I don't try to feed too much in what the camera show on what's going on that sideline, because unless somebody getting ready to fight, you can't sugarcoat that. You know what I mean? But a man standing up there, you know what I mean, and he go back to the locker room. That's just pure speculation. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna put that on Julius. The only thing we know is Julius ain't been playing good, and Julius know he ain't been playing good. If Julius go back and watch that tape, I guarantee you he mad with himself because he played a little passive today and just settled for jump shots. But I guarantee you, in Cleveland, they're gonna see the Hulk. You're gonna see him attacking that basket and punishing them boys because RJ just gave him the blueprint today. Go to the basket.
I need to say something. Can I say something real quick? Adam, one thing I peeped and you didn't see that. You keep talking about what he didn't do. After I saw it was I think it was somebody who scored. I think it was Obi or somebody when he went to the basket and he scored. Julius Randle. If nobody was looking. I was looking in the background because I think it was about to go to a timeout or something like that. Julius Randle was standing back there smiling, clapping for his teammates.
I saw that. Too, man.
I saw that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then. So, hold on a second. Stop. After the game, like I said, he was probably upset with himself because he didn't play the game that he wanted to play for himself. He wasn't mad at Tibbs. Why would he be mad at Tibbs? You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, at the end of the game, this is about excuse me. Tibbs is about winning. All right. And Julius Randle should be about winning. You understand what I'm saying? All this, you trying to find something and it's not there. It's not there, bro. So please, that's that. Don't put no spark on that.
I was gonna say, Lee, like I get that for sure, but you gotta read the room at the same time because it is kind of like part of the responsibility as the star on the team. You could just be like, I didn't necessarily play that well, but shout out to the guys. They stepped up for me and they played well, and then you can just leave it at that. You can't kind of just you can't dismiss the obligation because it's literally written in their contracts that they got to do these things.
Okay, so
that's why he got fined for not doing it last year.
Right.
So what he loses $5 grand?
Those
I
optics
mean,
are
he
critical.
doesn't get. I mean, Leon Rose ate it for him. You know, they paid the fines, but it's one
Okay
of those
then. I
things
bet you.
where even if we know what Julius Randle's intentions are, you gotta like be a little bit more keen to the optics side of the game. 'Cause these things,
Yep.
these things with Randle, we know Randle lets optics affect him personally, and when you like lean into it, it comes off on the court wrong, or like it's one of those. It's weird because I know like Randle in my head, I don't think Randle cares about like what happens in terms of scoring or this, that, and the third. But I feel like he was disappointed in himself. But he has to be able to read the room as well and just be like,
It's like why I always wear my shades, because when Ron talks and I roll my eyes, I don't want
yeah.
to see those optics.
It's one of those things you just gotta be like more savvy. And I feel like the thing about RJ is pretty savvy when it comes to the media. Like even when he's playing horrendous, he'll just show up and do what he has to do and then get out the way.
But the difference between hold on a second. Oh Jesus, don't get my point off.
Go ahead.
The difference between RJ and Randall is RJ has always been groomed to be in the league. You understand what I'm saying? So those things, I mean, he's built for that type of stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying?
But it's still an obligation and a responsibility. Like there's Jokic, Nikola Jokic still takes questions even when he plays bad, and he's one of the best players in the world. And he was drafted in the second round. Like he wasn't expected to be that, but he still has to do it.
All right,
you know
Adam,
what
go ahead.
tell me?
Hey, Adam wanted to jump in.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think anything worse about Randall or anything. I think he just needs to be a little bit more attentive to how people may perceive. Because I don't think he's that, but you know how the optics and how it'll like snowball. It'll have a whole snowball effect, and it'll turn into an avalanche with how things go in this media, in this climate. You know.
Okay.
I just want to say, by Julius not speaking to the media, hey, I can understand that because he's probably pissed off at himself and he doesn't want to express, how he performed in the game today. So, but if you give Julius a fine for not speaking to the media, I think that's stupid. Because how are you going to fine a player for not speaking to the media?
It's their obligation. You're a public figure. You're a public figure, Adam.
That's part of that TV contract.
That's part of like the league makes money.
Yeah. Availability.
It's your job. It is your job.
Yeah.
It's part of it. Comes with it. You get paid millions of dollars to put a ball through the hole. The least you can do is answer a few questions.
And guess what? I wouldn't want to just hear from you when you play good. Me as a fan, I wouldn't want to just hear when you play good. I want to hear when you play bad too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But one thing that I do know what happens a lot of times is those media guys, they don't want to talk to the person who ain't played good. They want to talk to the people who did play good. You notice when them games over with, who they go get? They don't get the guy who was on the winning team that had a bad performance.
Right.
They go get the guy who performed.
That's what I mean, Ron. That's what I mean. Don't.
But they put the star player up there no matter what, because you'll see Donovan Mitchell play terrible.
Too.
Yeah, it's PR, but
PR.
Yeah. But Donovan Mitchell had a terrible night tonight, but he's still the star player, so he still has to answer questions, and he's probably gonna do it.
Right. Yeah, but I feel like they shouldn't make a player that didn't perform well to speak to the media. They should only
if you're a star, Adam, they want to hear from you. That's it.
And hold on, just really quickly. I think Ron may have experienced this. Hey Ron, you remember when the Knicks were good in the 90s? Remember that? Remember how good? Remember that?
Well, you made my skin crawl, man.
Right. And you know what? You know what the media used to do after the Knicks used to win playoff series? Like when the Knicks used to close out the Atlanta Hawks. You know what the media used to do? You remember what the media used to do? Pat, you missed that one free throw in the first quarter with 10 minutes into the quarter. And Pat be like, yo, but I had a triple-double. I hit my first career three-pointer. And you're like, yeah, but you did miss that free throw that didn't mean nothing. So can you speak to that missed free throw you missed?
Yeah, they nitpick.
Yes, that's exactly it. The fact that the Knicks are up 3-1, right? And they won they held serve on their own court. The crowd was so loud Like Dre said, like I think it was Dre. Was it Dre said the crowd was so loud that you had
Nah,
to bring people
They
together?
had to
that
huddle
was
up.
L. That
L
was
said
L.
L
That
said
was
that.
L.
L said that. Yeah, the fact that the crowd was so loud. The thing that they're talking about is Julius Randle left and didn't talk to the media.
Me, quite frankly, I wouldn't want to hear from Julius today.
I wouldn't want to hear from him either. But it's like, Freezie, you know how the game goes, man. These guys, they make money trying to get a headline. You just don't give it to them.
Right.
How many times have we seen RJ get questioned after playing horribly?
Right.
And he just runs through the questions real smooth, real quickly, and doesn't shift blame. He gives credit to his teammates and the coaching staff, and then keeps it moving.
Yeah, but still, like I just said,
Mets wanted the Mets. Go ahead, Mets. I didn't. Mets,
I think something that Randall really needs to learn. He shouldn't let his own ego get in his own head. I mean, he's like, what, 27, 28 years old or something right now? And RJ is actually outclassing him in the press conferences.
But it's one of these things where I'll put it this way: the media dictates when you make All NBA. No, right or wrong.
Absolutely, those writers.
So he's gonna accept an All NBA, right? He'll accept that, but he won't want to like face them when he's not playing well.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing about that: the only reason why the media does it is not because they're the best judges,
no,
right? They're doing it because they're the arbiter. Because if the players selected it, they're gonna vote for their homeboys, and if the franchises do it, they're not gonna vote for any guys because they know max money is on the line. The media is only arbiters in that situation. But the thing with Randall though is and I know this talking point is kind of a little peculiar because we don't have all the details and we're basically speaking about some stuff.
Speculation.
We're basically speculating. The thing about it is this, man. Obi played really well tonight.
Absolutely, man.
And instead of us talking about Obi, we're talking about Randall not doing the. And I know Dre's point is valid. Well, if Randall would have went there and talked, we would be talking about Obi, right? But the thing is I've been a Knicks fan for too long, bro. I've seen it in the 70s. I remember Mike Lupica used it. Man, listen. Yeah, I remember Mike Lupica.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Even Mike Lupica used to just nitpick. I
ain't never cared for him.
Yeah.
I mean, looking for a story. That's part of it.
Never got nothing good to say.
Right. In this moment here, if you're a Knicks fan, you should be excited about the future. Right.
It's bright.
Exactly.
It's definitely bright, Freezie.
Right. But if
we are
you're thinking about Randall, because here's the thing, I saw Randall all game long. Every time they panned over, like nobody said anything about Randall having his arms across the shoulders of Miles McBride and Emmanuel Quickly. Nobody even said that. Right?
I didn't see nothing wrong with Randall on that sideline. I'm gonna tell you right now.
He looked regular. Like
he looked more than regular. He looked like he was composed. He didn't look like, man, coach, why you ain't putting me in the game? He ain't arguing. He ain't got his head down. He ain't got towel over his head. None of that garbage. You know what I mean? I don't look at what happened with Randall today and say, "Oh, Randall, nah."
And let me ask. I want to ask Wiz this too. Wiz, you still here? No, Wiz gone. But okay, I'll ask it to the room then, right? So what? So if Randall was mad, so what?
Exactly.
If Randall stomped out the Garden,
I'm here.
If Randall stomped out the Garden, so what? So what's the next thing after that? Are you just upset that he stomped out the Garden? He had a tantrum. So is Randall?
It's one of those
more important than us winning.
No, it's not more important, but we know where we want to go. He's essential, and if he can't keep his emotions under composure, like he'll snowball. We've seen it. We've seen it multiple times where he'll snowball and then the off the court stuff overlap with the on the court stuff, and I don't want him to do that. I just want.
I'm different take than that, Dre. I actually think that I want to see him angry. When you don't do well, I want to see you angry that you didn't do well. How you channel the anger is what happens next. but I want to see him not happy. Even if his team wins, I want to see him still be like, man, I wasn't there. I let you guys down. I wasn't there for you. I didn't have your back. I'm happy that the team wins. I want to see him doing a high five. At the same time, I want to see him being like high five, but contemplative, self-reflective, and a little angry that I need to do better. Because if this was Milwaukee, we may never been so lucky. That's what I want.
Nah, yeah, exactly, and that's one of the things because we've come in after a game where RJ got benched, and you can see it on RJ's face that he's not feeling it. He was mad he got benched, or he played 24 minutes because he wasn't playing well. And this, that, and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he still faces the music. And I want to say, like, yeah, maybe he's built for it. But after a certain point, if you're expected to perform at a high level and you have high expectations for yourself, it comes with the territory where people are gonna pry. People pride and say worse things about LeBron, bro. And he's almost has like a spotless resume.
Yeah, how that work over
but maybe it was a good thing that he didn't talk to the media. You know what I'm saying? Just so they couldn't nitpick, and so he couldn't spiral out of control and get upset at the media.
That's a good point, Corey. That's a good point because he.
But you need, but you're a grown man. You need composure at that.
Yeah,
point.
he might have said one thing. He might have said.
I understand that, but we talking about his temperament.
Yeah,
but look
exactly.
Look at Muhammad Ali versus Foreman. At 19, Ali was ready for the press. At 19, Ali was ready for the PR and for the smoke, positive or negative, and he got both. George Foreman was quite ready for it until he was like 50 when he finally started his grill.
Where's?
Mentality, I'm talking about the age thing about Randall's age. It's not the age; it's about your personal character,
mentality.
Yeah, about your makeup, your mental makeup.
Exactly.
And so
exactly. In certain people,
yeah, you're right, Lee.
But certain people are not built for that sometimes, bro. And I mean, not to disrespect you, but you know,
he's George Foreman.
He might be.
You're gonna sell a grill. You're gonna sell some grills.
He might be. He might be. He might be after he gets. He might be after he helps us get a championship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all for the good.
I agree because think about it. They know who to put that camera in front of when they want a certain soundbite. You know what I mean? Some people gonna just spit out their mouth. They ain't gonna really think of what's coming out their mouth. And then other people gonna be real calculating on what this is. Nah, they ain't the one they want to talk to. They want to talk to the loose cannon. You see what I'm saying? And I don't blame in this regards, I don't blame Julius Randle for not talking to the media because when a person is mad, they might let stuff out that they didn't want to let out. And especially with him, we know he can be kind of a loose cannon with his lips. So I'm glad he didn't say nothing. So the only thing they can do is just speculate. Oh, well, I wonder what Julius was thinking. Guess what? You can find out at the next game after we play Cleveland, we knocked them off.
Exactly.
Here's my thing.
And let
Matt say something. Go ahead.
Thing, now I know every time we played Cleveland in the past in the postseason, we knocked them off. We can't go into this with hubris. Look what happened when we took on Toronto in 0-1. We were up 2-1, and we squandered the final 2 and got knocked out. First time in the first round since the 90-91 playoffs. It wasn't 91-92, but either way, we can't afford to go into this super cocky on Wednesday.
I don't think they're going in cocky. This is the thing. This is what Tibbs does. He keeps guys regulated. He keeps them hungry and motivated because Tibbs knows one bounce of the ball can shift momentum in the series.
And Dre, to your point, just look at what he just did today. You don't think Randall coming out in that next game? That's why I say he's the one person I'm not even worried about in Game 5. And then another thing, Randall away from the Garden is a whole different player away from the Garden than he is at the Garden.
Yeah,
the history shows it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even look at the last 2 games in Cleveland. I wish somebody would pull up his numbers. His last 2 games in Cleveland.
Well, the second game he didn't really have a good game, but everybody played bad. The second game, first game,
we talking about regular season.
Regular
season.
Okay, regular season.
But in the playoffs, that first game,
He was
He
7
did
for
what he
20.
was
He was
doing all
solid. He
season.
was solid. Yeah, he was solid.
He carried us in the first quarter. He was the tone setter, and Brunson did what Brunson did. So I'm not worried about Julius going, and there was a smart move by Tiz, and I think it was calculated. I think he did that on purpose. Like, hey man, I'm watching you. Hey, you ain't got it tonight, partner. I'm gonna put your backup in, and thank goodness he did, because everybody could see it. Julius Randle didn't have it today. This wasn't his day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I ain't
like
gonna kill him for it.
his offense, like not even to kill him for it. He just didn't look right. Like his
He's one of them
assertiveness wasn't
players
there.
where when his offense is not going, because we've watched Julius, when his offense is not going, it affects everything with him. And we saw that. You know what I mean? He just didn't have a good all-around game. And it's just the opposite. When his offense is going, Julius Randle is loose as a bird.
Okay. Okay. So y'all concerned?
No.
Not yet.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right.
Me, no.
Yeah, because I saw things going in a couple of different directions. Like before the game, I saw something with Stephen A. Smith was like almost claiming to be the #1 Knicks fan in the world or something.
You don't know he's a troll.
Boy, that man does not want to see me in the streets.
I say that because I think when the Knicks get good, people search all over the world for narrative, something to say about the Knicks, because they jump on the bandwagon. It's fun talking about the Knicks, bro.
Yeah, but a lot of people the last 2 decades have had more fun at making a joke, a mockery out of the Knicks.
Right.
I mean, while justified in most cases is to go off the handle when they are so bad, and believe me, I've done it too.
Think about how many people jumped ship when KD and Kyrie went to Brooklyn.
Right.
And now they're trying to jump back on.
Right.
Well, I didn't jump ship. I was just thinking.
I ain't talking about you, Adam.
We're not talking about you.
That's Mets. Mets said that. Mets said that.
You know, just think about how many people left the Knicks, you know, when Kyrie and KD went there. And now they're searching for a new home. They're trying to come back, putting in applications.
Right. Yeah. Hey, so June 1 says he looks hurt. He's been dragging that right leg since game 2. What do y'all think about that? Y'all think he might be hurt?
You know what? I'm gonna have to pay attention to that.
I don't think
that
so.
That ankle is still nowhere near 100%.
Yeah. Listen. You got to think he took a hard fall. He hurt his rump. You know what I'm saying? His ankle's probably still sore, and his elbow's probably killing him. And I'm not making no excuses. And hold on a second. Check me out. Now listen, I'm not saying he should. If he's hurt, he shouldn't be out there. But the warrior in him wants to be out there, and Tibbs goes with what his star player says. I'm ready to go, coach. You know,
the thing that's wrong with him, it doesn't look physical to me, because he just dunked on Jared Allen like 2 games ago after that hit. If you remember, he came down the lane and dunked on him. So it's not a physical thing with him. It's between the ears with him. He's playing hesitant. You could look at him. He's settling for jumpers. And Randall himself won't even give you that argument, because Josh Hart himself said in an interview, "If I'm out there, I'm good to go." Everybody's mentality on the team is that way. RJ's mentality on the team is like that. Randall's mentality on the team is like that. Brunson, for damn sure, mentality on the team is like that. If I'm out there, I'm good.
I think I disagree with that just a little bit. And
players
hold on, Drake.
Right.
You just said your thing. Hold on. The reason why I did, I'm gonna just pass it real quick. I just want to say this real quick. I think it's important for the scouting report for Randall to get out there and play.
Right.
I think it's important for Randall to be on the floor, even I don't know where he's at, 40% or 100%. I don't know. And I don't know his emotional status. I don't know his mental status, his physical status. I do know this though. If he is not on the injury report, the Cavaliers have to draw up some kind of game plan for the player that Randall could be. Right?
Yep.
As opposed to when, because for instance, when Grimes was hurt, you can't even tell me what play Grimes got hurt on. right? Grimes left the game. The Knicks was like, "No, he ain't coming back." The next day, they was like, "Yeah, he questionable for the next game."
I'm with you on that, Freezie.
Yeah, and all of that. But with Randall, man, you got to be Randall's an all-star. You got to give the other team something else to think about, right? Whether he plays 100% or not. So Drake, I understand what you're saying.
He has
and
gravity.
that's logical. I get that part. That part, what you said, makes me think. But the more I get, it's like with a great conversation. Like when Ron Cleveland and I talk, the more we talk about stuff, the more questions we get, and the deeper we get into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like the more we say, the more we want to know. And so the thing is with Randall, is I think is paramount for a leader of the team to show his guys that he is not gonna let them down, right? And sure, he didn't have a great game, but I think it was important for him to be out there and show those young guys that he'll tough it out through tough times.
And we did. He toughed it out, man. And I'm gonna tell you, like I said, for me, looking at him on that sideline, I didn't see nothing that threw up no red flag to let me know that Randall was mad at Tibbs or nobody. I mean, to me, he just looked like, okay, yeah, I know I ain't got it tonight. That's the look I saw on his face. Is like, this ain't my day.
Yeah, and I don't want to give at least the Caps credit, because if you saw JB Bickerstaff coaching up his guy,
right,
a guy that's also third in Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I'm not like it's hard when you have that type of gravity and respect against a team that's a really good defense. That just shows how good Jalen Brunson is.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. Not how bad that Randall is. It's just Jalen Brunson has the skill set to withstand this types of pressure. And even he fails at it at times. So it's like Randall is getting double teamed. As soon as Randall puts the ball on the floor, they zoning up or they coming. Right. And at that point, the only thing I can ask for from Randall is maybe a little bit better playmaking. That's about it. Because they're just going to limit what he can do outside of jump shooting. They'll live with him taking a jumper.
And Keith Turner says, "Let me go out and enjoy the people partying out here. It sounds like a funeral in here." And Face Off 007 says, "Crazy how every podcast is talking like we lost." And Face Off, and I was trying to redirect it back to get excited. We up 3-1.
Yeah, man.
I've been trying to redirect it the whole time. Like, what are we in here doing? We talking about Randall got a sad face? Is that what we talking about? That's what we talking about?
Hey, look, man. RJ Barrett's gonna be Finals MVP. How about that?
I tell you what. Hey, Dre, you would have said that a month ago. I'd have laughed at you. I'd have laughed at you. But right now, hey, he playing as one of the better players right now here in Brunson. I gotta give it to him. Them two guys, man.
They set their whole defense up to stop Brunson, and he's excelling and exploiting that.
Yeah.
And once we get them to overreact to RJ, then it's game over after that.
I tell you what, if them three fellas show up
at the same time, you don't even need all three. You just need IQ.
That's the thing. We only need two. We just need 2 out of the 3.
Right. We need 2 out of the 3 and like a little bit of offense out of IQ. And that's it.
You know, the bench, somebody in that bench unit is going to show up. That's the beautiful thing. That bench, oh man, Tibbs today. Man, I'm going to tell y'all what made me happy. See,
let me drop the link for Ashley.
I love the defense, right? When I saw him bring Deuce up there and had IQ, and I watched both them boys in the backcourt pressuring.
Hounding.
I was like, I said, hey, this ain't fair.
What's his name? What's his name? Locked up, Mitchell. Deuce locked him up.
He had him. And that's why I said, and people will say, well, Donovan Mitchell was off today. It had a lot to do with the Knicks defense.
It had a lot to do with
him missing shots. And it had a lot to do with hard on him, because I think if Grimes was there today, and I like Grimes, Freezie, you know I do. Me and you don't went head up, but Grimes a lot.
Yeah.
But
talking about the ham sandwich?
Yeah, but hey, don't stop my blood pressure back up. But,
did you call him Klay Thompson?
Yeah, baby Klay Thompson.
I'm gonna call. Okay, so he a baby ham sandwich.
Not the one he just got.
So he a Lunchable.
Not the one.
Ah.
Hey,
he's an hors d'oeuvre. You call him an hors d'oeuvre?
Hey, we got some
a pig in a
popcorn
blanket.
too. That's smart. That's
Wow.
smart food popcorn. Man, but I tell you this: when I saw that defense, I said Cleveland in trouble, man. That's why I don't care how much you can shoot the basketball. If you got a team that's committed to defense, and it's funny because statistically, Cleveland is rated as a better defensive team than us. But I'm telling y'all, I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's the homer in me. But when I look at the Knicks, we look like a better defensive team than them.
It's the matchup. It's the matchup. It's like once we hone in and zone in on taking away something that you like to do, it gets really ugly. It turns into a street fight at that point.
And you know what it is?
You ain't got the horses for it.
You know what it is? Cleveland's strength on defense is their front court. Our strength on defense is our front court with Mitch and our perimeter defense. And that's why I think that's why ours is more effective because really, you think about it, their bigs got to wait till people come to them. You know what I mean? For them to be effective defensively. But when you're on that perimeter, hey, you able to affect the flow of the offense. You able to disrupt stuff a whole lot easier. And so that's why I think our defense probably in my mind look better than Cleveland.
It's one of those things though. Like Ron, their defense is based around making you shoot terrible, but our offense is based around it doesn't matter what we shoot.
Exactly.
We just gonna get these extra shots up because I think 2 or 3 big threes that we got were off second chance points.
Yeah, Hartenstein got a big offensive rebound.
It's about our offense is about being effective, not efficient. Because if you go by the efficiency metrics, we're probably around whatever Cleveland normally puts teams around. It's just teams don't have the second chance opportunities we do.
Good point.
Not only did Hardenstein have a big offensive rebound, but he had a couple of key big blocks.
Yeah,
which was crazy.
Yeah, on posterizing dunks.
Oh, Coro.
He got a Coro. He done got Donovan Mitchell a couple times and Garland.
Yeah, but that RJ pass to iHeart for almost at that dunk. Almost had a dunk.
Oh man, that was nasty.
That would have been so sweet. Oh,
that was nasty.
man.
Oh,
and despite RJ's play, though, gentlemen, I want to smoke, but despite RJ's play, you offer me Mikal Bridges, or you offer. I'm still gonna drive him over there to your airplane. Okay,
we doing trades after this game?
Yeah.
Come on,
right now,
man.
the way the boys playing, I ain't trading nobody. The way they're playing right now, I can't trade nobody.
I know. Like I said, Freezie, I told you that last time I was on the show. I said if our team represents, I'm looking at second round, third round. I'm saying we won it again.
I'm with you on that, Wiz. I'm with you on that.
We won it again.
Yeah, we make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'd do a little tweak, but I wouldn't do no major changes.
Small tweak.
But you might destroy the whole chemistry.
Fill in a spot.
Definitely bring Hart back.
Yeah.
That definitely needs to happen. He needs to come back. Matter of fact, they need to go ahead and sign this contract right now. Because every team need a player like that.
Dre, you hear the narrative, right? But as soon as the Knicks go out here,
the finger points start coming right on out.
You remember what happened the last time we made the playoffs, right? We just gonna make a little tweak, man. We're gonna go out here and get Kemba and Evan Fournier.
And we all know how that panned out. It blew up our faces.
That's a big tweak.
Right.
My tweak would be add a 3 and D in the open roster spot. And
right.
Jeffrey
that's
position.
Shout out to somebody in the chat too. They brought up about Randall blocking Mitchell too. That was a nasty block.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they robbed Mitch too. They robbed Mitch on that block on that left side of the court. Where he blocked dude with the left hand.
And they call it interference.
Yeah, that was Scott Foster, I think, called it a goaltend.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's terrible today, man. They need to dock him some dollars. I was surprised he didn't tee up Josh Hart because he looked like he was really itching to give him one.
Oh man. It was a beautiful game today, man. It was a beautiful game.
Man, can y'all
was not
believe we up
expecting
3-1, man?
I cannot. This is so sweet.
Oh, you know, ironically, this the same number we had on them in the regular season. 3 out of 4 games.
Oh,
Yep.
The
yeah.
next one.
Sure.
But people will tell you the regular season don't mean nothing.
I mean, case in point, look at the Hawks. The last time we got to the postseason, we took 3 out of 4 from them, and what they do, turn it back around and mollywop on us. Granted,
Only difference. Though,
We didn't have Mitch last time.
You know what happened? Is they got Nick McMillan.
And we didn't have. They had more talent. I'm gonna keep it close.
I know.
And we didn't have Mitch.
Yeah, no Mitch.
We didn't have Brunson. Talking about.
We didn't have no Mitch neither.
iHeart.
That's a good point, Soulfinger. Man, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm gonna have me a dream of being in NYC, man. Riding down the street during the parade, man. I might be dreaming about the finals tonight.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm booking it. I think we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
ECF,
I think we're
man.
definitely going there.
Hey, Adam, I told you there was a pathway, right?
I think we're going there.
Cleveland,
that?
huh? This is for you.
What was that, Freeze?
The Cavs fans, let me snuff your hopes out. Open your ears. Omae wa mo shinderu. You are already dead.
Finish him.
Yeah. Yo, Adam. What I was saying to you, bro, is, I think it was me, you, Dre, and maybe Lee before the playoffs started.
I was here.
I pulled out a notebook. Where's that notebook at? I had a notebook. Here it is.
Here we go.
I had a notebook. I jotted down some notes, and I was saying that there's a pathway for the Knicks to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And now that we're one game away from eliminating Cleveland, are you sure you don't want to get on the bandwagon with me?
Eastern Conference Finals, man.
Yeah, get aboard.
I'm asking, Adam. I'm asking.
Not yet.
I'm out the window with you, Freezie. I'm riding shotgun with you, Freezie.
Right.
Yo, I got.
Bro, you in the back. You in the back.
Hey, Corey, I stay in the back with that M203 grenade launcher.
I hear you. Hey, I hear you on that one, Ron. Hey, I just want to
big
say
shout out to everybody in the panel. Big shout out to everybody in the panel. I'm just super happy.
RJ Barrett!
3-1. You feel me? My man is finally.
Boy, you looking clean
finally
too, boy.
stepping up. Thank you. You know, I had to look clean. Thank you. But I just want to say salute to everybody in the panel. I know everybody hype. We still the job is still not finished. We still got to finish it off. Nobody worry about Julius Randle. He's shooting right now. He in the gym shooting right now. We'll be fine.
I believe that too.
I'm gonna be out of here. Battery running low. I love all you guys. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I love you too, nephew.
Hey, since you got on that suit, we're gonna have you pull the plug on Cleveland the next game because they're on life support right now.
The Paul Bear.
Hey, we need to have you sit next to Clyde when you pull that plug.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Y'all boys be safe out here.
All right, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something else that warms my heart, man. Is when I watch them old Knicks players on that side.
Oh, you talking about when Larry Johnson pulled? Hey, you see how Larry Johnson pulled?
You saw he pulled RJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that, and then I saw Spreewell reaction, see Stark's reaction, man. I'm like, man,
wow,
man.
Wow.
It's a wonderful time to be a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
That's good. Ron, that's because they're playing vicariously through them.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is 90s Knicks basketball we playing, man. Make no mistake about it.
Hey, I'll say this because, I was listening before I came in, and I'm glad y'all finally picked the energy up because I swear I was hearing in the back when I was listening to everybody, it was like we won, but I could have sworn I kept hearing, wade in the water. In the water. Man. I was like, yo, man, slow singing. We got slow singing. We got slow singing going and flower bringing, and we won. I'm like, what's going on? Y'all should be running around like hearing Happy playing in the background or I mean, something like that, or some Frankie Beverly going, I should be hearing some, before I let go, hey, we should be hearing something like that in the background, man. But I'm glad y'all picked your energy up.
Yo, Soulfinger, you know how, if you ever been to New Orleans, and unfortunately you seen somebody pass and how they play the samba music, and then next thing you know, they start picking it up because the old Knicks are dead. Them old Knicks are dead, and we dancing through the streets now.
No, that wasn't what I was hearing. I heard a lot of people, they were shook. They were kind of sounding shook.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I was like, bro, we won, and I get it. I get it. This, for some, they haven't been here before. For those of us that can remember them 90s Knicks, we seen that. So for some Knicks fans, they haven't seen this before. So they're like, oh my God.
And they don't know how to feel.
You don't know how to feel.
This is what this feel like right now, man. This feel like this is the 90s Knicks all day long. Tom Thibodeau was brought back here for this very reason. Y'all remember how sorry he was defensively before Tom Thibodeau came?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Do we have to go back and remember how we were? People was coming there, getting their car washed, having lunch, dinner, doing whatever they wanted to do in the garden.
Right. They playing flip the bottle. They flipping bottles on our floor.
Yeah, you remember that flipping bottles, doing the water bottle challenge.
Yeah, man.
Yo, guys, game 65 to 80, we were playing like we didn't know what defense was. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't too good defensively at one point, but then when Josh Hart came, it picked up everybody. Everybody picked up.
Hey, Freezie, I will say this. Hold on, Corey. I'll say this, Freezie. If the Knicks go up 3-1 in the second round, then I'll jump in the wagon with you.
No, hey, by then Adam is too full, bro. Yeah, it's too full in, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Right now, it's too soon to jump on the wagon.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you right now. Hey, listen, man. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, yesterday's prices aren't today's prices no more. You understand what I mean for that ticket? So,
Adam,
you need to jump on it now.
A 7-game series by any team has a 94% chance of winning. So you basically are coming in when it's a short thing.
Adam out here trying to jump on the .com bubble in 2008.
Right. Yeah.
You might as well say, if the Knicks win the next round, then I'll jump on the wagon and they'll make it an ECF. You might as well say that. Because that's the same thing as 3-1. A 3-1 is almost a guaranteed victory for 91. How many teams has there been? Has there been only, 2 closeouts where they lost 3-1 lead in history?
I don't think it's been done too many times.
Right. So I might as well say, Adam, if they win the next round, I'll be aboard for the ECF championship. Instead of 3-1. Same thing.
And guess what? The Knicks gonna get a rest period too. I can tell y'all that. Yes. Right? Y'all know we closed the series out in 5. The Knicks getting a nice little rest.
Yeah,
because that Miami series.
And I also mentioned that.
That series going 6 games at least.
At least 6 games.
That was a notebook, Freezie. That's his notebook. He said that.
Because it's already what? It's already 2-1 Miami, right?
2-1
so
Miami.
They got to go at least 6 games.
Right.
Exactly.
That depends on how well Giannis is. If he's not healthy, then it could go.
Oh, they still got to go 6 games.
6. It goes 6.
They still got to go. Well, in that case, it's still gonna be 6 games regardless.
Right. Well, 5 if they sweep it. If they go straight, Miami can go 4-1, right?
They're not gonna win all 3. They got to win 3 straight. They got to win 3 games to close out the series. So that, and they already played 3 games. So that's 6 games.
That's 6 games, and then
that's why the Knicks need to handle their business in Cleveland. And that thing in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm gonna tell you, I really hope I'm wrong. I think Freezie made the right prediction. He said Freezie said gentleman's sweep.
Yes.
Freezie called a gentleman's sweep. I said Knicks in 6 because I knew he was gonna win. Yeah, Freestyle.
a little bit. Hey, Soulfinger. First of all, Soulfinger, we got to start doing vibes and stuff, man. I'm gonna call Knicks for life, bro. and get the band back together. I've been writing down jokes. I've been writing down
like comedy night on the stream at some point.
On the other, yeah. But yeah, I wrote down a joke the other day about how a dog don't give you no privacy, about how you with your lady and your dog just sitting there looking at you.
Oh man, yeah, I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
But anyway, yeah, I may not be right about the stuff, but what IKBM Dre and Adam know is that I don't do predictions really. I like write down all my thoughts on a piece of paper. Like I legit take a piece of paper and then write down all my thoughts. Right. And then if something line up, then I'll be like, okay, I don't want this to be true, but I'll eliminate all the things that are not true. Right. And when I did that, I still came to the conclusion that there is a pathway for the Knicks to make the Eastern Conference Finals, and because right now the Eastern Conference Finals for us is enough, right? Knicks fans, you won't be mad if we lose in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, that's a very good point.
No, not at all.
Okay.
And so if we get to the Eastern Conference Finals and we win, right? If we lose in the NBA Finals, you can't be mad, right? If you lose in the NBA Finals, right? But when you look at the pathway we have, and I talked to Dre and Adam about this already. I didn't fear Giannis and the Bucks with or without Giannis, right? I was pounding the table. I wanted Milwaukee the whole time. I didn't fear them. I didn't want Philadelphia. Right, because I felt like when you write they stuff down, they have too many things that can go wrong for us. Like nobody in the world can guard James Harden one-on-one, period. Right, and then they have a guy that can come off the bench and go crazy. Right,
Eyeball?
No, Maxey.
Maxey's a starter.
Oh, Maxey's starting. Okay.
Well, you talking about the other? You talking about the other cat?
No, I was talking about Maxey. I didn't know he was a star.
Harris?
No, I was talking about Maxey. But
hey, look, man. As long as Glenn Rivers over there coaching, I don't fear them.
Yeah.
Don give you a couple games. Don will give you a couple games.
He hasn't earned that name, Doc, from me. So
he's
Glenn
Freezie.
Rivers.
Freezie. I'm feeling some type of way because you act like I wasn't in none of those conversations when I was sitting right there when you was having those conversations.
I was there too. But I meet you out there too. But I'm not going to say nothing. Lee,
Very right now.
You done got touchy.
Yeah, I need a virtual hug. Stop.
I got one for y'all right now, boy. I got one for y'all to ponder on. What do y'all think the national media and everybody's gonna say? Should the Knicks close Cleveland out 0-1?
Oh yeah.
What?
Boy, I want y'all to think of that one.
They're gonna run. It's gonna be a lot. First of all, there's a lot of backpedaling right now. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of backpedaling.
Oh no, they're gonna brush that under the rug. Because I can't wait to TNT. I can't wait to see Donovan wearing his fishing cap on TNT, sitting next to Charles Barkley's cap behind. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, between Kenny Smith too. I want to see what because Kenny and
his big old head is
Kenny be hating, man. Kenny
and Shaq were down, but Barkley was been pro Nick more than anybody been them on the set. And then Kendrick Perkins and called us, been pro Nick. So
Kendrick Perkins been pro Nick for at least the last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. He been for a while. But see, my thing is this. All this talk about, they lose, the Knicks can't, Cleveland is this because they got Donovan Mitchell and all this. If you go back and look, JB been son, and I like Donovan Mitchell. So, like I said, when I say what I'm gonna say, get ready to get your pitchforks and your torches.
Oh, mama say, mama style. Okay.
Man, look, and I'm saying it, Freezie. I got that elephant collar shirt, the rayon one with the patches on it, with my taco meat out.
Yes.
So I'm saying it like that, and I got that.
And your herringbone.
I got the herringbone with the cool cigarette on my right behind my right ear.
Tight herringbone, no medallion.
And I'm saying it like this here. JB been sonning Donovan Mitchell, man. The so-called, because remember, JB wasn't looked at as a superstar, right?
Right.
But he's been sunning them. Let's call it like he's been sunning them. JB has been consistent in these playoffs. So for all that talk the national media made, all the Knicks did it again. They did the Knick thing. They didn't get Donovan Mitchell, blah, blah, blah. It's working out just like he's saying. It's all coming together like butt cheeks, man.
Hold on a second and expound on that, bro. Not just one series, but 2 series this young man did them in. On the West Coast and on the East Coast.
Right.
Yeah, it's something to be said about it. I'm gonna tell y'all, Lord, it's something else to think about with this whole situation, man. It's like you look at this team. This is the first time that I can recall the Knicks team winning like this with this many young players. That's homegrown. That's homegrown.
Hey, you know what, Ron? We doing something. We said this when you had your show, and we talked about it. We actually, if you really, the Knicks doing something that we never did before. We actually built the team. We built the team.
Right.
We built the team. It's not all that. Well, I'm gonna go get this once upon a time great name.
No shortcuts.
That was done exactly. You know, they didn't do all the star chasing. They made the right moves. Like I said, the only heartburn I had was trading out of the last year's draft. But you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is.
It worked
out. It
out.
is what it is. It worked out.
In our favor.
Like I said, it came together like butt cheeks, man. Bottom line.
This is the craziest thing, man, fellas. Do y'all realize the Knicks going to the second round, and if we make it to the doggone Eastern Conference Finals, man, our refrigerator is loaded with groceries. We still got a lot of stuff to go get what we want, and that's scary. Right. That's scary because normally when a team get to the Eastern Conference Finals, they ain't got nothing in that cupboard to go do nothing else.
Ron, you're so right about that.
Still playing on rookie contracts.
Right. Yeah, man. Otherwise is in the building. Jarvis LaFleur is in the building. My brother from the boot. What's good? DSJ is in the building. DSJ, we got to crank up vibes and stuff, bro. We got to. I was just telling Soulfinger about it. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling him I'm writing down some jokes. I got another joke about how if you ever lose something in your house, have some kids because the kids will find it.
Hey, man, that is so true.
You can't hide nothing in your house, bro, if you got kids, bro.
Especially when it comes to your favorite drink or food.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And don't
If you
grandkids.
got little kids, you better make sure your keys be put up where they can't get to them.
Yeah, man, and look, and don't have grandkids because they will hit you up even worse.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, fellas, man. Hey, y'all have a good one, man. Enjoy this win, man. Sleep good tonight. And we gonna. Hey, when we play again, Freezie?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. Well, hey, we gonna do it again because it's over. It's over Wednesday night, man.
It's over Wednesday night.
They're coming back to New York to get ready for the next series, man. They're gonna come back and rest up.
Yeah,
y'all have a good one, man.
Hey, get at me later, Ron. Get at me later.
All right, man.
Yeah, man.
Later.
Hey, the Mets play tonight on ESPN, right?
Against San Francisco, yes. And I did call their game yesterday on Fox.
Okay.
I mean, Pearson's gotta get that thing worked on.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I want to get the other channels up and running too, so we can have some fun just kicking it. I want to do the Mets channel a little bit, but Dre, y'all up for doing a Knicks at Night podcast tonight?
I think he's spit out.
Okay.
What'd you say, Freezie?
Y'all up for doing the Knicks at Night podcast tonight?
Oh, I know you're not coming on tonight, Freezie. It's a Sunday.
Man, the Knicks won, man.
No, it's Saturdays. Saturdays are the days that I don't come on.
And Freezie in a good mood.
Wait a minute, Freezie, are
You're in a good mood and you want to do it, Freeze? Go right ahead. I'll be here.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, are you Jewish?
No.
No.
No. He's a Hebrew Israelite.
What it is I'm in a service industry, and I work about 6 days a week, and then I do this channel a lot also, and so I promised that, you know what I'm saying, the fam, that I'll take one day off away from both, and you know what I'm saying, just to do family stuff.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Lee, you want to do the Knicks Night podcast tonight?
Come on, bro. You already know the answer, bro.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
that's my man, C. Lee.
Well, there it is, man. Well, I'm gonna go in here and walk a dog and all that stuff, and I'm gonna scream. Hey, Adam, what do you want me to scream? You want me to scream Eastern Conference Finals, or you want me to say,
you can scream whatever you want.
What about Eastern Conference Finals? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Get that energy up, Freeze.
Eastern Conference Finals, baby!
There you go, boss. That's what I want to hear.
Hey, Adam, and remember, today's prices aren't tomorrow's prices. So think about it. You got from now till this evening, or the ship will be sailing without you.
Yeah. All right, so, hey, y'all. Thank you everybody for watching, hanging out with us. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see y'all tonight around 11-ish.
Okay.
Peace, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace out.